kitty kitty. Okay, you want a piece of me? Huh? Is that all you got? Huh?
Megyn, welcome to the Benny Show. It is such an honor, and I've been a fan of yours for a long time. It's just so great to finally do this.
I'm so excited to be here to meet you.
So there is somebody on Capitol Hill who is not excited to be asked a question by a reporter. Now, you have asked many edgy questions in your career, but Jasmine Crockett just grabbed a reporter's cell phone and smashed it, and apparently there's assault charges filed. The clip is right here. I don't, like, my take on this is, like, you're the member of Congress. People are going to ask you questions all day. You should never lay your hands on a reporter, grab their gear, and smash it. But hey, what do I know? What are your take on this, Megyn?
Well, I'm just watching this for the first time with you now. Is she going to grab it here? Does she grab him or just his phone? So
she grabs the cell phone right as they go around the corner in the hallway, and then the reporter says that he got, scratched during this exchange. Mm-hmm. So I'm, looking at it and I'm saying, like,
no, if she laid any hands on that reporter, it's assault, and she should be charged. And she absolutely should be sued for the value of the camera/phone. This is completely inappropriate. She's completely inappropriate. And you see it with her time and time again. I mean, I guess she didn't feel that mocking a man in a wheelchair, Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who's, a truly good man, was enough for one day. She wanted to commit a couple of crimes on her way home back to Congress that day. This woman, I've had about enough of her. She wants to be like a member of the squad. She thinks of herself like an AOC. She talks like, she's from the hood. Meanwhile, she grew up in a nice family. She didn't talk like this 3 years ago. 3 years ago, she sounded like you and I sound in this conversation. Like, I'm really excited to be going to Congress. I can't wait to get started on my new job. And now she's like, we need to smack him in the head, bitch. Like, what do you, we have videotape. Why are you talking like that? No one believes this bullshit. And now she's graduated to acting like a thug. So congratulations. Your term in the U.S. Congress is going really well, swimmingly.
I don't understand. There's so many members of Congress that get asked tough questions every single day in the hallways. Try being a Republican member of Congress. You are like constantly assaulted every single hallway and elevator ride in Congress. You are getting hit up by a reporter asking you did you beat your wife? Did you kill your wife? Like, this is just the constant life of any Republican. Yeah, in the halls of Congress.
That literally just happened to Pete Hegseth at his confirmation hearings. I mean, that actually was a line of questioning, like, how long have you been beating your wife? And he had to sit there and take it like a frustrated professional, and he did. Brett Kavanaugh, they were accusing him of being a gang rapist. They were clamoring around him as he walked in and out of the hearings like he was Charles Manson. I mean, this is a Supreme Court justice. He took it like a professional, like a gentleman. She is not a lady. She is low class, low rent, and dying for us to see it. And I guess she thinks it's cool. Like, she thinks we're going to think she's cool if she acts like that. She's forgotten she's in the halls of Congress. And I realize they have a lower approval rating than cockroaches, quite literally, than like STDs have higher ratings than Congress
cancer,
does.
Yes.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I mean, you'd rather have herpes than spend time with Jasmine Crockett. It's bad. Okay, I realize that. But still, just for the sake of the people, we should be upholding some kind of a standard in what we are willing to send there. And members of Houston, my friends down in Houston, Texas, that's not it.
So it's interesting that you brought up her code switching with her accent. This video is unbelievable. I want to play it just the first couple of seconds here. But you could tell that she's just totally putting it on. The whole Ghetto Act is a complete facade. She's doing it, I guess, because she thinks that that's what people want, or she comes from a ratchet district. I'm not sure. I've never been there. But have a listen.
Absolutely. First of all, it's good to see you in the new year. No one could have told me that when I went down to Austin now it looks like a little bit over a year ago.
So sweet.
That I would be running for Congress.
So
This is
calm.
not what my plan
Now you can
was.
see why she won.
But what I've always decided is that I would step up when there was a need. Listen, he up there, he's hearing all kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Let me just be real. And we weren't gonna sit for that shit. We wouldn't, you know.
She
What is
when
it?
she called me and
except
said,
for that
I think it's
What does it say when you code switch like it's like pathological to do this? This is what Alec Baldwin's wife does, right, with her fake accent.
First of all, I mean, like, I feel like what is this, like her black scent? Because I feel like this is offensive to black people. Like, she thinks all black people, which is like, I guess, her favored constituency, she's trying to win over, want to hear her talk like that. Well, she lost her R's. She don't say her R's anymore, and she don't use proper grammar. Like, who the hell are you trying to appeal to? This is deeply offensive. This doesn't sound like any black person I know. I don't hang out in the hood a lot, so I guess that's what she's going for. But are those real voters? Is that what she thinks is going to carry her over the edge? I don't get it. In this nice video with like the velvet red jacket, she remembered how to say R's, which is terrific. Now, I don't even know. Is that English? I don't know what that is other than low class, low rent. And by the way, and I have good standing to say this, there's a way of going too far on the fake eyelashes. Having worked at Fox for 13 years, I have expertise in this department. There, just lash extenders, those can be nice. And then you cross over to Tammy Faye territory, and it's happened. Someone needs to rein it back in.
Just really quickly, she's making a lot of news these days. It says that the governor of Texas, who's been disabled in a wheelchair for the better part of the last 2 decades, is Governor Hot Wheels. I am waiting for any Democrat to be asked about this on the record. You know that if Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert or anybody ever said something like that or laid a hand on a reporter, if Marjorie Taylor Greene laid a hand on a reporter and smashed their camera, what do you think would happen? She'd be out of Congress that evening. They'd vote her out.
That guy, I think he works for Laura Loomer, who was on top of her. That's why, because the media is like, oh, Laura Loomer. Meanwhile, she's broken a lot of big stories. So if that had been CBS News, if that had been, one of these annoying reporters like Margaret Brennan behind there, can you imagine if they'd done any damage to her camera as she tried to get a real answer, wouldn't take no for an answer out of a member of Congress? Please. It's ridiculous. I don't know what this woman's problem is. I think she might not be all that well. She's also calling for a tax on Ted Cruz. She wants a tax on Elon Musk. Everything she says is provocative. And I think she's really sort of leaning into there's no such thing as bad publicity. She's building a name and a social media following, which means she is just like AOC in that she's a congressional Kardashian. She's there to build her Insta and not to really legislate or do good for the people. It's obvious, and it's really annoying. Was that the injury to the reporter that you were showing there?
Yeah. So he got scratched by the big plastic fake nails.
Yeah, also part of the act.
Okay.